I'm dreaming of the road again, set free in the wind.
Right, so you know something crazy? So last night I worked at midnight. Okay, it's literally 7:25 in the morning right now. I'm driving home. It's raining, but I have to work tonight as well. Kind of irrelevant, but my husband picked up a overtime shift, and he's doing that while I'm working my midnight, and then he's doing day term. Well, I kind of have older chickens, obviously, but if you're new here, yep. And so I let them out before I left work. Okay, and he doesn't leave when I leave. He leaves later for his midnight shifts. Like, his schedule's a little different than mine, how the work does it, yada 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 yada. Okay, well, I also put my snake plants out so they can get some sunlight because they've been inside. And so I texted him. I was like, hey, have you left for work yet? Because we were having some crazy storms coming by, but they weren't supposed to hit until like now. Instead, they were coming sooner. So I was gonna have him put the snake plants in, but instead he didn't answer, and then he said, sorry, I forgot to close the coop up. And sometimes we forget to close like the roost door, like of the house, you know. And I texted back, I was like, you mean the whole thing? He said, yeah, I forgot, but they'll be fine. So I am en route to go home, obviously. Oh, okay, I gotta watch out. I don't know. Ooh, that is up. I ended up having to take the other way than I normally do, and this way typically gets hit really, really hard before our house does, so I can kind of see like the damage, and just very high water right now. Hopefully I can go to work tonight. But basically I'm gonna see if the ladies are okay and if we have power, and I'm hoping that from this weather coming in that anything that was lurking in them crazy woods was bunkered down and not gonna bother my ladies. Oh my gosh, ladies, you're all alive! Yay! Sorry about that. It's gonna be a rainy one, but I'm gonna close you up. Look how beautiful this bloom is. That's such a beautiful color. It looks a little bit darker in person than it does on camera, but I think that's a beautiful view. Oh, I love it. Good news is snake plants are still here. They look a little grubby, but it's fine. Hello, Smokey. I see you made it another day. Yeah, I'll get you your breakfast. Good morning, Lucian. Open up the windows for the kitty cats for a little bit. Oh, okay. Good morning, Gray. I can hear the baby ducklings. All right. Good morning. Hi, babies. Good morning. Was it a wild night last night? These little fellers have gotten so big, haven't you? Hi, good morning. So I think this one's going to be a rooster, to be quite frank. What do you think, little guy? So we're going to see, huh? Yeah. If you kind of want to know like the stuff that I'm putting in their feed, what feed I'm using, what I'm putting in their water, yada yada, we're on week 2 of having these little babies. So you can go back on the video to where we buy ducklings and chicks, and that's kind of what I'm using currently. Literally, I was at work, well, obviously midnight, and it was like about 4 or something in the morning, and we got a tornado warning. So we had to like zoom through the halls and do all the procedures for a tornado type of situation. And then the boys obviously weren't here. They were with the family member, and they had to be woken up to go in the basement. And I feel so bad. Like, it's just, I don't know. I was just praying about it, so on and so forth, but I'm starting to get a headache. I really don't want to cook a big breakfast. I don't know what to cook. I almost stopped at a restaurant to pick up something, but I really wanted to get home to check on the big chickens to make sure that they were alive and thriving, and thank God they are. So thank you for this weather, because I feel like that was a big part in it. It's literally pouring rain. We have a metal roof. I love it. And I love when we get a lot of rain, just because it makes the waterfalls flow, like all of them. I'm too tired to go hiking right now, and I have to go to work tonight, so, or else I would show you. But I have more videos that you can check out to where you see the waterfalls. So definitely go look through my page and you'll find some. I can tell you one thing, big dog. I am tired. It is 8:08 a.m. now, so I've officially been up for 24 hours. Live, love, laugh. But I'm going to change, get ready for bed, and I'm going to go snoozing. I opted out for some cereal just because I'm just so tired, so drained. I'd rather just make something before I go into work. The girly pops are really used to getting out around this time compared to in the mornings, just because I've cut back on even letting them out during sunrise. No eggs yet. I'm definitely not going to let them out before I leave for work today, just because that stressed me out, and it is raining, and they'll be okay. I'll just probably go and get them some snacks and throw it in there. Also, I really want to get new rain boots from this brand, which I have had these shoes since I was in high school, and that was like almost a decade ago. Insane, I know. But they give Poverty the boot. So 10 out of 10 recommend checking out their website. I don't think they have boots this tall anymore. That's the only issue. But one day, it's a goal of mine to work with them and create a boot. I really want to go hiking the property, but I really don't have time. I need to do the dishwasher and prep my stuff for work tonight. That's really a bummer, because I love hiking in this weather. Like, just drizzle, rain, waterfall, muddy, gloomy. I love that. I love the season here. I just don't love the storms that come with it, because we get hurricane winds down here. But I really want to buy another pair from this company. But God's been kind of talking to me, and I need to try to save my money to prove that I don't just blow it. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just kind of like a me and God thing. You know, working and bettering myself. And I've been praying for stuff, but kind of as if he wants to make sure he can give me what I'm praying for. I just have to kind of prove that I can care for it and be fruitful with it, per se. So, besides getting like chicken and ducklings and chick things, I really need to save my money. I don't know if you're in the same boat, or if you feel the same way. I really want to build a bench or something and put it right here. I would say a swing, but that tree's really not big enough. But I just love this area. It's so close to the house, I don't really have to hike far compared to the other ones back that way. But the boys also love playing here, as why we got some toys. But when it's not this busy and it's just kind of sitting, they like playing here and playing with the little water guns. Typically there is like 1 or 2 weeks out of the summer when it does completely dry up, where we don't have any rain for a few weeks and it's so hot. And sometimes I get frogs here, so this is just like a perfect little area that I love. So I put this chair here the other day because the boys were playing, obviously, and I was peeling potatoes. So I really want to have like a little setup because it's cute. Also, I ordered a coop and it's a dome. It's gonna be looking like this one. We're not building it. We're just gonna put it together. But I think I'm gonna put it back here, like behind the ladies. And then obviously there's a duck house. I don't think I want it in front of this just because of this tree. It's getting old. It is beautiful shade. But we're gonna set it up and I think I'm gonna try right here. Maybe, I don't know yet. I just don't think I want like 2 separate areas. I think I just want it like either in front of the chicken coop or behind the chicken coop. 'Tis the season for power to go out. January made a year of us living here. So obviously we experienced some crazy storms. We've been out of power for like 3 days at times. So 'tis the season for power outages, and being self-sufficient when it is wintertime is so completely different than summertime. Wintertime, you know, you have like your ice storms, your snow, being snowed in, ice, you can lose power, and you worry about heat sources, but that's why we put a fireplace in. That's why we're starting to prep with the firewood, so we could have better firewood for this coming winter. But the issue when it comes to summer is you have crazy storms, you have power lines knocked down, you have lightning, tornado, hurricanes. It's just completely different compared to winter. It's hotter, you got colder. I personally prefer this coming weather, but I don't prefer the storms. I love homesteading in the winter, but then I get frigid, and especially doing the chores. So it's really just like, pick your poison, I guess. So one thing I did to kind of like prepare so suddenly, oil lamp, 10 recommend. They produce a little bit of heat, like if you're right there by the glass. They also produce the light source. We're not in city limits, obviously, so there's like no light even here when there is electricity, like one street light, that's it. Also glow sticks, you can get those from the Dollar Tree. Okay, the kids love those, kind of helps them adjust and whatnot. They're kind of fun. I definitely recommend you looking into some small stuff that you can do when it comes to that situation with toddlers. Propane, I don't really use much of that because I'm not really fully educated and comfortable with it, so I need to teach myself and get comfortable with that, because we have a propane like grill, like the Blackstone top that I could use. But one thing I need to do this year, just because it's already getting crazy compared to how it was last year, I need to make a little thing. I need to put an oil lamp down like our crawl space basement scenario and make like a little pack. Stuff for the kids mainly, maybe like a change of outfit, maybe socks or something, and some snacks, just because I don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna be researching little bags, little stuff that I can make for them, and I could probably have almost all of it at the house, so I don't really have to purchase anything, and I recommend you doing the same. A whole lot of this like being self-sufficient lifestyle it can be hard when it has kids, so I tried to be more of an adjustment for them compared to me, because I can kind of adjust. I understand this life is like really hard, and you just have to pick your battles. You have to give yourself grace when you want this type of lifestyle and being self-sufficient, and just trying to do so more off the land and whatnot. And you can't really control the weather, so you can control how you act to it. I don't want to make this lifestyle traumatic to the boys, so I want to try to adjust anything for them, because it can be scary and it can be a lot. So that's just my recommendation is, you know, get you some oil lamps, do small things. This is kind of cheaper stuff. You don't really have to get a generator. I recommend a generator. It helps a lot. My dad gifted us one, but at first when we did not have that, it was rough. I also recommend kind of like getting stuff that you can like bathe like your hair with. It's like the shower caps. I learned that from the nursing home, so I kind of have some of those on backhand in case you really need it. Because sometimes when like our power goes out, there's something wrong with like the water company, and we were out of water like for a couple of hours. But you just never know. You know what I'm saying? Water jugs. Just try to be like prepped the best you can with small things, and don't fret about the big things until you can kind of upgrade for that lifestyle. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. I kind of, you know, you have to like live and learn and see what accommodates you and your family the best. So that's kind of like my little pro tip for that scenario. I'm on this journey, so hopefully I can kind of share my experience. Life is a journey. You just got to live and learn, baby. You just got to live and learn. I'm finally making the switch from plastic for the boys. So I ordered the stainless steel plates and some bowls. So this is the newest cutting board that I've gotten. Okay, so I'm all ready for work. So I just need to go start the car, feed the cats, check on the ducks real quick, and then skedaddle.